If you're a holistic or functionally minded practitioner and you've been working hard to build your online practice, but you're still stuck around that 1 to 3K per month mark, or you're still in that research phase where you're watching and waiting and overthinking, but nothing's quite clicked, then you've probably had the experience where maybe your calendar is booked, but your bank account doesn't actually reflect the impact that you're making. Or you post content and you get crickets. Or you're trying to follow all of the expert business advice out there in the online space, but something deep inside you is like, no. Because let's be honest, you don't want to be running weekly webinars. You don't want to be DMing hundreds of strangers every single day. You don't want to mess around with ads and launch them before you're actually ready. And you definitely don't want to be following some rigid blueprint that has you selling generic protocols out of a box. So if you've ever thought, I really, really want to make this happen, I want to do my online practice, but not like that, then I totally get it. And I've got you, because there is a much better way. One that still requires work, of course, but one that's more streamlined, one that's more focused, one that's more sustainable long term. I'm Michelle, and I've helped over 150 other health and wellness practitioners build profitable, peaceful online practices. Practices that actually reflect their values and support the lifestyle they truly want to live. So in this short walkthrough, I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. So when I graduated from Bastyr University back in 2012, I thought I had 3 main options. I thought I had to do residency, open a private practice, or basically do research. And after declining a residency I worked so freaking hard to get, I ended up joining a mentor of mine in her practice. I had the 6-figure income, I had this beautiful feng shuied office, I had a booked calendar, and yet I was chronically stressed. I felt underpaid, overworked, exhausted, depleted. I couldn't imagine doing what I was doing for another 2 years, let alone another 20. And so I would sit there thinking to myself, like, maybe I need another certification. Maybe I just need to suck it up because this is how things are. This is what I signed up for. But I knew it wasn't me. It wasn't what I needed at a soul level. It was the business model I was trying to fit myself into. And so in 2018, I took my practice online. And so I built a new way of working and practicing in a way that truly felt in alignment with who I was and how I wanted to live my life. And then about 1.5 years later, I started helping other health practitioners do the same. And today, almost 150 other health practitioners have used this same exact approach to build businesses, online practices that are more aligned, simple, and truly sustainable. I don't know about you, but I was told to sell my time, not necessarily a transformation. I was taught that you had to work more to earn more. I was taught that you needed more clients to get more money. But that equation led to 50+ hour work weeks, admin, chaos, low retention, clients who ghost, and what I found out actually works, just one high value offer, at least to begin with, messaging that magnetizes the right people to your space, enrollment that feels clean instead of pushy or salesy or slimy, and a delivery process that creates real results for your clients while creating spaciousness for you. And that's exactly what we build together inside the Wealth Academy. And we do it with 5 core pillars. First, we have vital vision. So this is where we get really clear on your niche, your ideal client, and a beautifully curated offer that really honors your capacity. So that way you can stop spinning your wheels and actually start building with precision. Then we have magnetic presence. So this is where you learn to speak your truth in a way that draws in the right people. Not by being the loudest, not by pretending you're someone you're not trying to fit into a box you were never meant to be in. Just clarity, confidence, and resonance. Then we have aligned enrollment. So here we have really clean, clear, consent-based systems to help your clients say yes without feeling pressured. Because sales should really feel like a win for both you and your client. So then we have confident delivery. So this is where we really elevate your client experience. We utilize tools, structure, support to really help you stay within your zone of genius. This is where a lot of practitioners, not everybody, but a lot, start to apply functional lab analysis. And then finally, we have embodied growth. So this is where scaling and growing really becomes sustainable. This is where we talk about boundaries, systems, standards, things like that are gonna help you expand your capacity to grow. Think of it like the nourishment your adrenals have been craving. It helps your business expand without having you contract. And this is so much more than just business strategy. This is life strategy. And it helps us create a business model that feels like it was perfectly made for you. Here's a few examples of what is possible. So Whitney was an ER nurse, and she was able to replace her income and actually quit her job before returning back from maternity leave. So she was able to stay home with her babies. Lori, a physical therapist, brought in $40K within 4 months before she even finished the program. And Sarah, a dietitian, surpassed the $250K mark while taking care of a newborn baby and working fewer hours than she ever had. Over the years, I have worked with all types of different practitioners, MDs, DOs, NDs, chiropractors, acupuncturists, NPs, like you name it, across the board. And I've been able to help them design online practices that finally work for them. You don't need to go viral. You don't need some massive audience. You just need a better model. So if you're still here, I'm assuming you're not just curious, but you're actually ready to stop trying to fit in someone else's box, ready to stop working endless hours for scraps, and ready to build from your whole self instead of your survival self. So if that's you, what I want you to do is DM me the word academy on Instagram. That way I can send you all the details and we can make sure this is the best next step for you. Remember, you don't need to push harder. You don't need to do more. You just need a better way. And I would love to chat with you about it.